Hi, and welcome to another Apphive tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn how to create an onboarding. An onboarding is a process to introduce your new users to the functions of your app. So I'm going to show you how to design this screen from scratch, and then we are going to add the functions to the button. So the first thing you need to do is add an empty screen. In this empty screen, you can change the color of the background and the status bar color. I'm going to put it in this pink X color code, so you can just put your own color and paste it right here. And the status bar style, I'm gonna set this light content, which is basically a white color for the icons of your cell phone. And now we are gonna place the containers that make the whole structure of the screen. So as we can see right here, I have 3 containers that fill the 100% of the page. So the first one is 20% of height and 100% of width. And the second one is 100% of width per 60% of height. And the last one is also 100 per 20. So now let's grab from the container section our first container, 100% per 20. Grab other container and set 100 per 60%. And the last one will be also 20%. So now you have these 3 containers, we can start placing all the elements. So in the first container, we just have a logo. It can be the logo of your app or just a word, whatever you want. So in this case, I have an image that is 56% of width and 31% of height. So let's grab it from media and let's make this resize mode contain 56 per 31. And you can just put your logo. I have it right here in my SVG. It's called Flamingo. And from the second container, I'm gonna put a swiper. This swiper has to be 100% per 100%. And in the settings of this swiper, you can change the aspect. I don't want to show these arrow buttons because I don't like it. So you can just deactivate the switch. And in the views of the swiper, you need to add 4 views because we are gonna have uh, three introduction sections in this, but you need a forward section to make the replace of the screen that we are gonna see in the next steps. So inside this swiper, we have an image, a title, and a subtitle. So to make it faster, I'm just gonna copy these elements and paste it right here. So if you wonder where do I obtain these illustrations, I got it from this page that is called Opendoodles. So it's a library of free illustrations that you can download in SVG or PNG. So it's pretty cool because you can change the color of these elements. And now let's continue putting our title and subtitle. I just copy this and paste it below this illustration. And as you can see, we have this 500 gray for this title and 24 points for the font size. And the style, it's gonna be bold. The text aligned, it's centered. And also it's important to activate this switch that is auto hide. Now we copy this subtitle and paste it below this title. and the style of this text is 300 of gray, and the font size is 14. It's also aligned to the center. You can make this width 70% and also make it auto hide. And for the third container we have, just place a button. You can find it in these form elements. Drag and drop right here. I'm going to place it to the top of this container, and I'm going to change the background color. Let's copy this X color code, paste it right here. The text color will be white. The label of this button will be next. Font size is 16. I'm going to center this, and to make it circular, I'm going to put 60 pixels per 60 pixels. And for the border radius, I'm going to write 150. And now we have all our elements, but we need all the other screens of this swiper because we only have this last screen. So we need to add the number 1 and the number 2. So to make it faster, I'm gonna copy all these elements from this swiper. In the second view is this illustration with this text and this subtitle. In the first one, we have this text that says practice every day. That illustration. And this subtitle. I'm gonna align all these illustrations to the top in every view we have on the swiper. So it's done. You have all your design ready to make the functions of this onboarding. Now you need to add this onPress event on the button. And the function we are going to add is an iterate children. So it's important that you have the name of the container of this swiper. So you can go to this tree view of the controls. And as you can see, we have this container, but it doesn't have a custom name. So I'm going to put parent container, and inside this container, it's the swiper. When a user press on this button of next, we are going to say that the parent container is this one. So we need to select swiper because it's the element inside this container. In every iteration, we are going to make an addition. In every iteration, we need to put this arithmetic operation. You need to select in the operating A from the iterate children the attribute that is called current index. This is an attribute of a swiper elements that indicates in which view you are. For example, we currently are in the index number 2 because it starts counting from the 0, 1, 2, and so on. So now we have this current index in the operating A. We are gonna adding this 1. So every time this iterate, we are just changing the current index. But to make this change, we need to take this output from the arithmetic operation and send it to the element of this iterate children with the same property that we have in here, that is current index. But now we need some conditionals. The first conditional will be for comparing the current index of our swiper. That means that when we are on the index number 1, that is this one, we need to change the label of this button. So the current index, if it's equals 1, let's make a modified control of the label of the button. So we send this text that's going to say go, and the element is self-control because we are selecting this button. The property to modify its label. And also we need to add another conditional when the current index is equals to. So basically, when this happens, it's gonna make a replace screen to our login screen or your home page. You can set whatever page you want. I'm just gonna put the replace screen to this login that I already have. So in this page transition, I'm just gonna say login. It's gonna be a slide right, and the transition speed, it's gonna be fast. Now let's try how it works. So just click on this button that says see my app and launch. We press on the next button. We press again. You can see that the label of this button changes to go. So when we press on this, we are now in the login screen. That's it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.